show.
Who is this guy?
He's a local boy.
His name is Todd.
He's a talker.
You know, like on the radio.
I mean, for entertainment.
Yeah, that's one word for it.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. And second day in a row, we start the show with an obituary. Yesterday, it was Malcolm Jamal Warner, who died over the weekend in Costa Rica while swimming, and then we get the word this morning, an official statement from his family, that Ozzy passed away surrounded by loved ones. His family says it is with more sadness than mere words can convey that we have to report that our beloved Ozzy Osbourne has passed away this morning. He was with his family and surrounded by love at the age of 76. Wow. And you know what? I have to say, he went out in a spectacular fashion. He really did, when you think about this. Because just weeks ago, he took the stage on a monumental reunion show of Black Sabbath. I'm sure his doctors were like, you can't, you shouldn't be doing that. You can't be doing this. And he's like, no. I want one last go-round, one last show. And I've seen clips of that performance, and given the circumstance, it was amazing. And it's going to be even more amazing since just weeks later, here we are talking about the passing of Ozzy Osbourne. And I remember... This is going to sound completely weird. Like, how would you remember this? But I remember this. I remember the first time I heard a Black Sabbath song. I was living in Beaver Creek on Avon Drive. If you know where that is, that's where I lived. And there was a kid that lived across the street from me by the name of John. And John was a few years older than me. And I went over to his house, and I was probably 4 or 5 years old. And we went into his bedroom like kids would do to hang out, and he starts playing that song. And it scared the hell out of me. It really did. And I was like, what is this? What is this? And man, oh man. From that point on, I will admit, I was not like a huge Sabbath fan, but I certainly appreciated the music, and I was around it. I mean, I had friends who were into it. My sister, my younger sister, she was the headbanger. She was the one following Black Sabbath and Judas Priest and Iron Maiden and all of those bands. And then in college, my roommate in my dorm, on one side of our dorm, it was all soccer posters, and that was mine. And on his side, it was Iron Maiden and Black Sabbath and Ozzy. So every day I heard that during college. But man, oh man, what an incredible icon. Say what you will about him. You know, he was a showman. He was a showman. And, you know, he's going to be missed. But man, oh man, I think he squeezed every ounce of life that he possibly could have squeezed. You know, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's in 2020. And for the last 5 years, his life has been hell. And he's talked about this in interviews, and I'm sure you've seen them. You know, he had a back surgery, which he regretted, because after that, he was constantly in pain. Constantly in pain. And you do have to wonder, like, how much of his Parkinson's and how much of his health issues could have been influenced by his crazy rock and roll lifestyle antics. Because I think to a large degree, there was Ozzy, and then there was everybody else when it came to the craziness and the behavior. Because it was legendary. It was legendary. And of course, the famous story about him biting off a bat, which has been told a gazillion times, right? But man, he's just an iconic music personality. Never mind the heavy metal. I mean, yes, he is like a pioneer in that genre of rock music, but just as an entertainer, just amazing, just amazing. And he was, of course, he was elected into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame not only as a member of Black Sabbath, but as himself. Because he had quite a solo career after that. So, yeah, sad day for many people who are big-time Ozzy, Black Sabbath fans, heavy metal fans. You know, he was known as the Prince of Darkness, but he really was the Prince of heavy metal. I mean, there's a few up there with him for sure, but you know, he's at the top. He's on the Rushmore for sure.